frustrations of getting cut from the varsity team, I still had that driving force of competing in academics, and I think you always got to have something to fall back on, and that's what education is. Stay in school. It's your best move.
A message furnished by Ronald McDonald Children's Charities, the NBA, and its players.
It's becoming clear that nothing will come easy for the Washington Capitals tonight. Again, they outplay the New York Rangers, but right now they are tied with New York at 3-all as the Rangers get another late goal in a period to forge that deadlock. Welcome back to Capitals hockey on WDCA TV 20. I'm Al Koken, and happy to be joined by Capitals defenseman Neil Sheehy. And what can you say, Neil? Your team has come out, played extremely well, doing all the things you want to do, and yet there it is, a deadlock.
Well, at least it's a tie game, 3-3 going into the third period. We're down 2-1 in the second period, so now we came on strong. We won the second period, and that's what was key for us. Going in the locker room, we're feeling real good right now. We played a real good period. We also outscored them 2-1 in the second period. Now we go out and we have a strong third period, and we'll win this hockey game.
The condition of the ice has been a factor in all the games because of the troubles at New York's Madison Square Garden, at the Capitol Center. Does one side have an advantage now in this third period with the game tied at 3?
Well, you know, New York Rangers don't get a practice in Madison Square Garden that much just because there's so many events in this building. The ice is bad. The circus has been here, but, you know, it's whoever makes their own breaks and makes the bounces go their way, and we just have to keep driving to the net. That's very key. We have to get in front of Richter. He's been very successful throughout this series. We have to continue to screen him. A few goals tonight. You know, the third goal was a deflection off of Joey Kosher. We have to continue getting to the net, and that's the way we'll be successful.
One of the most pleasant surprises of the series so far has been the return of Neil Sheehy. A broken ankle earlier in the year, back surgery just a couple months ago. It's amazing to me that you were back. Was there ever any doubt in your mind that you'd see some action this year?
Well, I think there was doubt all through the year. You know, I was broken the whole year, and you know, I felt a lot like Humpty Dumpty. But our Dr. Grossman and Dr. Rocket outdid all the King's horses and all the King's men, and put me back into the playoffs again. So.
Put the She-Cat back together again, is that it?
That's it. But certainly the day after I had surgery, I was very confident that I'd play again because all my leg pain was gone, and I just had a little pain in the back where the incision was. And once I had that, I knew in my heart that I'd play hockey again, and luckily for me, I was able to come back, and Coach Terry Murray gave me the opportunity to play 2 games so far in the playoffs, and I'm certainly ready for any time that he calls upon me in the future.
Well, it's great to see you back again. For all of the fans who've been following your career, certainly very happy to see Neil Sheehy back on the ice in the National Hockey League.
Thank you very much.
Neil Sheehy has been our guest. We'll return with more intermission activity here at New York's Madison Square Garden after this on DC 20.
Morris Blackman, here with the lattice lamp. I am the genie on the lamp. I'm granting you just one wish.
What should I wish for? Do you know?
$1 million?
Nah, tax problem.
A new car?
Can't drive. I got it.
A wop babaloo mop bam boom!
Look, Mom, I can fly. I like that, Genie.
I am the greatest!
Nissan started a few years ago with cold-rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the twin-turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, and it was called the best as well. Now come the 1991 Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. Nissan. We started out making cars. We ended up making history.
I don't trust just anyone to service my car. That's why I've been coming to Jiffy Lube the past 5 years. For major brands of oil and work that's guaranteed.
I don't know much about cars, but I do know one thing. If I bring my car to Jiffy Lube every 3,000 miles, they keep it running right.
At Domino's Pizza, time is money, so I come to Jiffy Lube for their 14-point service. In minutes, I'm back on the road.
Get the original 14-point service only from Jiffy Lube. We do it right, guaranteed.
For being our guest, Neil Sheehy will receive a sports jacket courtesy of Kuppenheimer. Kuppenheimer is the official clothier of the Washington Capitals. Kuppenheimer, America's #1 value clothier for men. The Rangers and the Capitals are tied 3-3. Our DC-20 intermission continues in a moment.
Unit pricing is more important today than... I think that the economy affects everyone, and certainly Giant is responding and will continue to respond to the consumers' interest in saving money. Based on the number of different specials that Giant offers each week, there are many choices that consumers can make and many ways to save. You can plan your meals around the newspaper ads, looking at what's being featured that week. Consumers can shop at Giant and get the quality, the service, and the value while still saving money.
Nissan started a few years ago with cold-rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the Twin Turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, and it was called the best as well. Now come the 1991 Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. Nissan. We started out making cars. We ended up making history.
Done it again, oh my. 69, 89, 109. 3 new menus at a great low price. 69, 89, 109.
Check it out. All our favorites have great low prices, like delicious soft taco supreme and our new great tasting nacho supreme. So run for the border.
69, 89, 109. Taco Bell's done it again. Run for the border.
Hard as it is to believe, people actually walked away from accidents like these. But before there were seat belts, airbags, child safety seats, or anti-lock brakes, these people wouldn't have had a prayer. Which is why Geico has lobbied for these life-saving technologies for years. You see, we'd like you to be our customer, or somebody's, for a long, long time. Geico, we have only one policy: safety.
A child can drown in just 2 inches of water. Make the water safe for your child with the Red Cross Water Safety Program.
These two teams tied in the series 2-2, tied on the scoreboard 3-3 after 40 minutes of play. Welcome back on DC-20. Jeff Rimmer along with Craig Laughlin. Craig, quickly, your thoughts on that second period?
Well, I thought the Capitals again took it to the Rangers. They just couldn't connect for those goals to get ahead of them and get out of reach. The Rangers clawed and grabbed and got back in the period and end up leaving the period 3-3.
A look at the goals. The Capitals storming the Ranger net early in period 2.
Yes, and Miller, Cicerelli, and Ridley doing a good job forechecking. Ridley comes around the goal. He's actually trying to shoot it at Richter, but it goes off the end of his stick right onto Kelly Miller's, and he puts it right past Richter.
The Washington Capitals then took the lead for the first time in the hockey game. And it was an unlikely scoring hero who's played very well for the Capitals, Mike Lawler, who pulls the trigger, beating Mike Richter.
Yes, Mike Lawler, someone you're not going to expect a lot of goals from, Jeff, but he comes up with a very big goal for the Washington Capitals. They're working a crisscross in the neutral zone with Hunter, Tippett, and Cicerelli, and Hunter goes around the defenseman. He just directs the puck at the net. It's a harmless shot. Richter can't control it, and he deflects it back out to the point. Lawler just snaps it. It goes off kosher. He's got his back to the play when it goes into the net, but then the Capitals and the cheering, they all come over and congratulate him. He's not sure how it went in, but Mike Lawler gets his first goal.
And a couple of Washington Capitals get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and a breakaway goal to knot this one at 3.
And it seems the neutral zone has been a place where the Rangers pick up a lot of their opportunities. They get one here with Stephen Rice, Lawler and Tippett collide, and Janssens comes in alone, and he puts one, sneaks one underneath of Don Beaupre, who's down trying to cover that far side. Squeaks underneath him. He gets his third of the series.
And let's get a look now at our DC-20 stats after 40 minutes of play. Knotted on the scoreboard at 3-3. Shots on goal for the Washington Capitals, 17 in that period. 2-period total of 34, 7 for the Rangers, 2-period total of 16. 0 for 4 in the power play for Washington, 1 for 5 for the Rangers. Penalties in minutes, Washington 38 and the Rangers 26. We'll be back with the third period. Don't go away. This
This year, DC-20 turns 25. Celebrate with us and get a chance to go to the new Universal Studios Florida and go back to the future. You can win a family vacation to experience one of the greatest rides of all time. Watch all this week between 7 and 8 p.m. Be one of the first 25 callers when the special phone number appears, and you're entered into the weekly finalist drawing. You'll fly U.S. Air, the official airline of Universal Studios Florida, and stay at the Twin Towers Hotel. So get ready to go back to the future and celebrate the 25th anniversary of DC-20 WDCA-TV.
Shine the lights on you, shine the lights on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Shine the lights on this, shine the lights on that. Oh, shining all the others is where Bud Light's at.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it. You know you got it right. Everything else is just a light. Keep your Bud.
Like you, your car has a heart, the engine. And like the human heart, it has valves where deposits can form. The right diet can make a difference. Fill up with Mobil Super Unleaded Plus. Its advanced detergent formula can unclog vital engine parts. For power and performance, get Mobil Super Unleaded Plus and drive your engine clean.
What is the image of a rebel? These are the images of a rebel. Canon's revolutionary autofocus EOS Rebel. So easy to use, you can stop taking snapshots and start taking photographs.
Image is everything.
EOS Rebel from Canon. So advanced, it's simple.
You can help more boys and girls get their start at the Metropolitan Police Boys and Girls Clubs. Call 576-6748 for more information.
Tonight's Capitals playoff game is sponsored in part by Nissan, setting the pace. Giant Food, we care about quality and value. We care about you. Canon, the official camera of the Washington Capitals. And by Trustworthy Hardware, the problem solver.
It's the pivotal fifth game of the Patrick Division semifinal series between the Washington Capitals and the New York Rangers. And right now, with 20 minutes of regulation time left, this game is knotted up at 3. Whether you have agreed with the calls of Rob Schick or not, he certainly has made himself a factor in this game, and it's been confusing for the players. A number of the guys I talked to before the game, and Mike Lawler in particular, was talking about how Ron Hogarth buried the whistle in the game the other night at the Capitol Center, Game 4. That was quite the opposite of what happened in the previous 3 games when almost everything was called. The players telling me they almost preferred it the way Hogarth did it, letting everything go, letting the players decide the game. But think back a couple of seasons ago, Rob Schick calling a game, the Capitals and the Philadelphia Flyers in the playoffs, made a couple of controversial calls against the Capitals in the Capitol Center. So he does not seem to be afraid to call things against the home team down the stretch. It will be interesting to see if that does happen and how much of a factor specialty team hockey is in this third period. Now, let's update you on the Giant Food out-of-town scoreboard in the rest of the Wales Conference playoff games going on tonight. It still is a 2-0 lead for the New Jersey Devils over Pittsburgh. They have completed 2 periods at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. At the Boston Garden, Hartford holding on to the 1-0 lead. In Montreal, it's 3-2 after 2 periods at the Forum. And in Baltimore, the Binghamton Rangers with a 5-2 lead over the Baltimore Skipjacks. Let's join Jeff Rimmer and Craig Laughlin for the call of period number 3.
Thanks, Al. We are set for the face-off at center ice. Richter remains in goal for the Rangers, and really the story throughout this series. Beaten for a total of 3 goals. Going into game number 4. Caps won 3-2 at the Capitol Center. They've scored 3 times tonight, but so too have the Rangers, despite being outshot 34-16. We are underway. Along the near boards, Hatcher steps up. Bumped by Jansen, drives it into the zone. Patrick, too far for the Ranger, racing down the right wing. Hunter carries it across the line, directs it towards the net. Richter works it high off the glass to the corner. Broughton sends it ahead. In neutral ice now. Flipped back in by Hatcher, and Richter will play it. Teeing it up for Patrick. James Patrick. On the right wing for Stephen Rice, who's bumped along the boards by Dave Tippett. Hunter couldn't get it. Turcotte sends it on the far side, and Rice drilling it wide. On the near board in the corner, Langway for Alan May. To Pavanka. Pavanka tried to thread the defense. Gets it to Kristich, hops over his stick. Turcotte back for New York. This is Turcotte. Getting away from the check across the line. Moving in. That goes to the corner. Kocur sends it in front. Leach has it hop over his stick. Back comes Druce with Pavanka. 2-on-1. Here's Druce. Gives to Pavanka. Lets one go. And it finds its way up over the glass on a deflection.
Brian Leach jumping in early in the period. You're going to get those type of opportunities. The Rangers defense active more than passive, and he jumps in, gets picked off, and the Capitals come down on a 2-on-1, and that's their first good opportunity of this third period. They're going to get many more. They've just got to bear down and get some good shots off that. In that situation, on a 2-on-1, you try to spread out. Pavanka and Druce got caught too close to each other. When Druce tried to expand, get open on the far side, let the Ranger back checker come back and pick him up.
This Stanley Cup playoff season, Greg, may be remembered as the year the teams that are playing away enjoyed a little more success than those playing on home ice. Al Koken bringing us up to date on restores. New Jersey ahead of Pittsburgh. Hartford has broken the ice in Boston, leading the Bruins 1-0. Montreal, the only home team to lead. Pavanka turns away from traffic, back to the point. Sends it off the boards for Kristen. That one failed to click. Cirella at the side of his net. Steps away from Pavanka. This is Cirella to center. Flipping it in to the Capital zone. Iafrate bumps with Gartner. Langway tied up and tripped. Gartner gets it to Nichols. Nichols sends it in front on the backhand and nobody there. Gartner in the corner, but Langway gets to it first. Off the wall for Kristich. Tapped ahead for Druce. Druce gets tied up in his skates, and Pavanka there to skate it the rest of the way. Gets around Cirella. Pavanka from the corner, off the side of the net. And it ends up all the way back in the Capital zone. This is Langway. Sending it off the boards to Kristich. Dumped back in, right to the Caps team captain. Langway's the cap change on the fly. Sends it off the boards and down the ice. Patrick first back for the Rangers. He'll touch it. And icing the call. 17 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. We're tied.
Started a few years ago with cold rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the Twin Turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxim, and it was called the best as well. Now come the 1991 Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. Nissan. We started out making cars. We ended up making history.
Caps team captain Rod Langway talking to his defensive partners over at the Capitals bench. Rod Langway has been a tower of strength throughout this series on the Capitals blue line. Cannot overstate that. Here's Patrick from the point. His drive is blocked. Kelly Miller loses his stick. Patrick sends it in front for Janssens, and it's off the crossbar. Comes near side, and the Caps clear it down the ice. Hardy. It's away from Stephen Leach. Almost loses it to Ridley, who taps it off the wall. Leach lets one go. Richter the save. Ridley looking for the rebound. James Patrick for the Rangers. Sends it down the ice. And back for Calle Johansson. New York changing on the go. Capitals get some fresh legs on. Hatcher turning away from the check from Amati. Leach gets it back to Amati. Offside the call. As Millen stepped in ahead of the puck carrier. And Amati not afraid to throw his weight around, as we saw in period 2, and it again here in the third. One way to guarantee yourself the best available seats for this year's playoffs is to put a non-refundable deposit on a season ticket or partial plan for next season. And by doing that, you guarantee yourself the best possible seats for this year's playoffs. For more information, sales representatives are standing by right now to answer your questions at 386-7080. That's 386-7080.
A little bit of a scrum at the Capitals bench. Then Kiprios LMA pushing around with Stephen Rice up from Binghamton. Shaw there, Millen there, Corey Millen, and Amonte, the young line out there. Amonte, Rice, and Corey Millen played a pretty strong game, and Rice is just a banger. He's out there inserted into the lineup in Troy Millette's spot. He offers the same type of thing Millette does, and that's just hard work and hard hitting.
Now, putting these youngsters out there together as a line, does this mean Roger Nielsen isn't pleased with the veterans?
Well, I think as a player, you're going to be thinking that on the bench, Jeff.
Lawler on the far side. Bumped by Millen, who comes away from the pack, fires the shot. Beaupre the save. Millen waiting for the rebound. I guess Roger Nielsen looking for that enthusiasm from this young trio.
Well, you know you're going to get that out of him. You're also going to get some mistakes if you put some pressure on him. But Millen, he's a quick guy. He's a darty forward. He's got the quick 2-3 steps that he takes on his skate, and he can pull away from guys. And coming off the top of the circle, he gets a good shot away. But Beaupre closes it up, covers up on the rebound.
And the line remains out there. That's Rice. Up from Binghamton, the Whalers in Baltimore tonight. And as Al Koken points out, a 5-2 lead. Looking to take a commanding 3-0 series lead. Here's a shot from the point. Off the skate of Christie. Corey Millen away from Pivaka. The backhand through the crease. And Rice couldn't find the handle. Millen again breaks for the net. Goes off Bruce to neutralize. Leach sends it ahead. Goes off a high stick. That of Millen. And play's been whistled down.
Corey Millen doing his little buzzsaw imitation, buzzing around in the Capital zone. He's not too big. He gets away with playing. A lot of people question his size, but he's got that great speed. That's going to keep him around for a while. Amonte, another speedy winger. He's brought up. He's put right into the hot seat on New York. Played at Madison Square Garden. And take a look at Millen coming out, getting a shot across. Rice can't handle it. He's a right shot. He's playing the left side. He can't control it on his backhand to put it into the far side against Beaupre.
Erickson on the left wing. Nichols at center. Gartner on the right side. Working against Pivaka is Bernie Nichols, who wins the draw. Poked away from Leach, who gets it right back. And he sends Nichols away. Knocked down by Langway. Right back to Nichols with a drive. Beaupre the pad save, the rebound. Hatcher down in front. Langway's there. All over Nichols. Comes to Patrick. In front. Erickson couldn't find the handle. Gartner in the corner. Turned around by Pivaka. Trying to dig it free is Hatcher. Flipped up and into the crowd. Well, some anxious moments around the Capitals' net. But the two towers, Langway and Hatcher, shut the door with some fine defensive play.
The Rangers get some forechecking going. Langway can't clear the puck. It goes to Nichols, a hard slap shot. He's noted for his high one, and the Rangers then come around the goal in a flurry of shots. Nichols gets a whack at it. Gartner gets a whack at it. Pointman David Shaw gets a whack at Erickson. Slides it past the goalpost. It ends up in the corner. The Capitals defense pinning the Rangers, then getting it out of trouble.
Mike Ridley. Turcotte set from the faceoff. Turcotte sends it towards Beaupre, who makes the save. Langway looks for Miller. It's off his skate. Rotten bump by Langway. Iafrate behind the net. Chased by Turcotte. Comes back in front. Langway works it for Stephen Leach on the wing. Leach is bumped along the wall by Chris King. Sent back in. This is Leach for Iafrate. Off Miller. Sent ahead by Shaw. Carried it back in by Iafrate. Drops it for Ridley. Sets up a shot. The rebound, and Iafrate looked to stuff it in. Yo Hansen drives it back behind the net. This is Hardy as plays called. Some coincidental minor penalties upcoming. We'll have the calls when we return.
If you think it's just the Yellow Pages, hold on to your seat. It can show you where to get some culture. Or a great
seat at the game, where to find a suitable bargain, or just get away from it all.
So if they say it's just the Yellow Pages, don't sit still for it.
The genuine C&P Telephone Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
Coincidental minor penalties to King and Ridley. King gets the holding call. Ridley the slashing penalty. As you got to look at the Caps bench. And equipment manager Doug Shearer in the foreground. Penalty calls coming at 4:52 of this third period. So the teams remain at full strength. Hunter, Tippett, Ciccarelli up front. They will work against Gartner, Nichols at center, and Erickson on the left wing. Hunter tied up by Nichols, sends it to Hatcher at the point. Off his stick. Ryan Leach picks it up. Leach around the net. Sends it away for Gartner. To Nichols. Nichols working it behind the Caps net. Hatcher sends it off the boards. Too far for Ciccarelli. Hunter all over Leach, and Ciccarelli races after, but Leach makes the defensive play. Bumps him up. Hunter sends it in front, broken up by Gartner. It's a 3-on-1. Here's Leach with Gartner and Nichols. Leach sends it towards the net. Beaupre the save, and the rebound cleared away quickly by the Capitals. Hatcher works it ahead. Nichols in front, hops over the stick of Erickson. Langway sends it near boards. Nichols there, turning. Nichols lets one go. No, fakes. Now sends it, and Hatcher stops it. Backhanded ahead, off the stick of Ciccarelli, but not out. Langway now works it off the boards and down the ice as the Rangers change on the go. Icing the call against the Capitals as Cirella touches it. But Craig, some anxious moments around Don Beaupre, who had to make a big pad save.
The Rangers must have really got talking to each other in the dressing room between periods. Leach now carrying the biscuit, carrying it over the blue line. That creates chances. The Capitals on their heels, unable to clear the puck out. When they're clearing the puck out, they're playing a little bit tentative. They can't get a hold of it. The Ranger defenseman really standing in well, creating a lot of opportunities for themselves. And here is a 3-on-1. You can't give up a 3-on-1 against the Rangers. They got lucky this time when a shot by Leach, Mike Gartner's pass across was cut off by Langway. Langway knew he had to play in the middle to cut that pass off. But they get another one of them, Jeff. You've got to cut down on those odd man rushes with the Rangers.
13 minutes, 58 seconds left in regulation. Tied at 3. You're watching Caps hockey on WDZA. This all-important 5th game of the series. Tied at 2. And again, a reminder, we're back at the Capitol Center for Game 6 in this series Saturday night. And there are tickets available as Iafrate skates in over the line. Sends it behind the net. Druce is there. Throws it in front, off the skate of Moeller, and the Caps can't get their stick on it. This is Johansson. Broken up by Amani. Amani sends it into the Washington zone. Beaupre or Johansson. Being chased by Rice, off Amani. Kristich loses it as Rice pokes it away. It's off the side of the net. Iafrate sends it off the wall to neutral ice. This is Cirella, almost losing it to John Druce. Cirella comes up the left wing. Dumps it in. Beaupre leaves it there for Iafrate. Rangers change on the go. Iafrate sends it ahead to Kristich. Kristich gives to Leach. Leach will try to go around his namesake, Ryan Leach. Stephen Leach looking for Ciccarelli. Shaw all over him. Dumped in front of the net is Lawler, or rather Cirella by Lawler. Play goes right on. Play finally whistled down as nothing develops in the corner, and we'll step aside with 12:49 left. Tied at 3.
No takeoffs, no landings. Amtrak's Metroliner service, New York City, a glide away. Civilized, spacious, productive, private phones, hourly departures, first class available. The fast track to New York, Amtrak's Metroliner service, the much more civilized shuttle.
Jeff Rimer, Greg
McLaughlin and Al Koken back here on DC 20 with the Capitals on the road in these Stanley Cup playoffs. The series tied to game time. In this period, Craig, the Rangers appear to be carrying the play to the Capitals, out-shooting Washington 7-4.
I think a lot of credit goes to that young line that was just out there with Amandi Rice and Corey Millen. They've really got something going in the Capital zone forechecking.
Play in the corner. Worked ahead, and it's James Patrick bringing it up ice for the Rangers. Patrick sends it down the wing for Broughton. It was too far. King on the near side. A pass cut off by Beaupre, who sends the Capitals away. Patrick. Here's Hatcher to Lawler. Back to Hatcher. Hatcher steps up. Across the line. Right on. Richter the save, and he'll hold on with a couple of Capitals cruising in. 12:09 left to go. Let's go to ice level. Al Koken.
Okay, Jeff, there have been some big changes since we last gave you the out-of-town scores. Larry Murphy, one of the goal scorers in the most recent one, as Pittsburgh has tied up the New Jersey Devils at 2-all in the third. Raymond Bourque, one of the goal scorers for Boston to get their comeback started. It's now 2-1 Bruins over Hartford in the third. It remains 3-2 Montreal over the Buffalo Sabres at the Forum. That also a third period score. Back to you guys upstairs.
Hunter and Nichols will do the honors. There's a look at Mike Gartner. Gartner in this series with a goal and an assist. This is Leach. Sending it ahead to Erickson across the line. Iafrate muscling him along the boards. Beaupre couldn't get his glove on it. This is Langway. Ahead here for Hunter. On the wing for Ciccarelli. Back to Hunter. Hunter top of the circle. Sends one towards the net that is stopped by Richter and ends up over the glass and up to the crowd.
Tyson Katz forward gets a good shot away, waiting for a third and fourth guy to come in and help him out. He has no option but to shoot the puck. They're going to shoot at Richter now. Both teams just going to put the puck on the net this late in the period. 10 minutes, 11 minutes left. If you throw the puck on the goal, the Rangers minutes before had the shot on Beaupre. Ranger came in and poked his glove, poked the puck free. That's the type of goal you're going to score late in the period.
Capitals have tested Richter 40 times. He stopped 37. Ciccarelli picks it up off the wall. Sends it ahead for Hunter in the corner. Shaw draped all over him, but Hunter makes the play. Back to Ciccarelli. He's bumped by Nichols, but comes away. Ciccarelli sends it to the point. Langway pinching in, and it's off his skate. Now Erickson leads the Ranger attack to Brian Leach stepping up with the play. Leach gives to Gartner. Beaupre makes the save. Has been called by referee Rod Schick. Now what's he saying? He lost sight of the puck?
He said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blow the whistle. I think he thought the net was off its mooring. The linesman now going over to check it. Langway took the Ranger into the goalpost. Schick on the far side, thinking it would have got knocked off, blew the whistle without waiting to see if it had been knocked off.
Now he's had a bad night tonight. Change, and now Schick makes his way over to the Capitals bench. So Washington, Iafrate cannot come on. Team gets that last change. Now got Millen out there with Almonte and Rice once again.
Nielsen certainly showing a lot of respect for these young kids, having them out the third period of this big game number 5.
Now Terry Murray up on the Capitals bench. Trying to get one last word in with Rod Schick. And guess what? Iafrate skates back on the ice.
And Iafrate's playing left wing because he's going to be going off immediately. That's who Schick wanted on the ice. That's who he signaled.
Sorella at the point, lets one go. It's wide of Beaupre. Send in front. Amati throws it to the point, but Moeller pinching in wasn't able to make the play. Moeller to Rice on the left wing. Side sets a check from Hatcher. Here's Millen getting around Kristich with a shot. Beaupre to save. Druce back for Washington. Don Druce to center. Feeds behind Pivonka. Tries to pick up that pass, and Rice sends it away to center ice. Johansson flipping to the open corner. Caps will try to get some fresh legs on here now as Sorella leads the Rangers out of their own zone. Throws it ahead here. This is Millen. Millen in front. A shot scores! And the Rangers have taken the lead. And Stephen Rice. What a time to score your first goal. Stephen Rice has brought everybody to their feet here at the Garden. And this line, Jeff, we've been talking about them all night, and they clicked for a big goal. Corey Millen with a goal in the first period, and a nice chip pass over the stick of the Washington Capitals. A chip pass to a streaking Stephen Rice, former Kitchener Ranger. Beats Beaupre, slides at 5-hole. Have regained the lead. And again, it's that late guy, Jeff, not being picked up. Langway and Hatcher came over to work a 2-on-2 on this side, and Rice somehow snuck through and got that pass by Millen. Not bad hands for a big guy that's more noted for his checking. Coming in front, backhand shot. Beaupre to save the rebound, and Beaupre gets a piece of that with King trying to send it high. In the corner comes to King again, and he fires it wide. Miller on the left wing looking for Ridley, who picks up the puck. Overskates it as Turcotte tries to send it into the Capital zone. Rotten on the backhand, dumping it the rest of the way. Rangers change on the fly. Iafrate to center. Capitals defenseman across the line, tries to get around Shaw. David Shaw. Bump, loses it back to Iafrate, standing at the side of the net, sends it behind for Ridley, and a sliding defensive effort there by Bernie Nichols, and the Rangers' King dumps it all the way down the ice into the Washington zone. This one touched by Johansson, and with 9:28, we will step aside. Rangers by a goal.
Wild thing. It is a wild thing. Come shout and sing, join in the ring. It could be queen or it could be king. You go your way and I'll go mine. As long as you just make it fine.
Good times roll with the clean, fresh taste of Bud Light. It won't fill you up, never let you down.
You're watching Washington Capitals hockey on WBCA. Greg Laughlin, along with yours truly, Jeff Rimmer, and Al Koken here at Madison Square Garden as the Rangers come out of their own zone. Shaw sending it back to Leach, ahead for Nichols. Across the Washington line, lets one go. Beaupre, the glove save, the bouncing puck in front. Beaupre steers to the corner, but Nichols sends it back to the point to Shaw. Shaw sends one towards the net, off Erickson. Erickson for Gartner. Gartner tries to work it in front, but Johansson looks the other way for Tippett to Hunter with Ciccarelli breaking down the wing. Here's Johansson across the line. Ciccarelli on the wing, and breaking that one up was Brian Leach. Play's been called by referee Rod Schick. Getting loud in here, Jeff. There was an offside call. The Capitals trying to break up the ice. Kelly Johansson leading the Russian. Bernie Nichols gets a high, hard slap shot away. Beaupre gets that catching glove up, makes the stop. The Rangers then storm the goal. Bernie Nichols follows up, gets the rebound, throws it back to the point. They get another good chance with Beaupre scrambling back to get in his net.
The New York Rangers have outshot the Capitals here in this third period with 8:51 left to go.
They've really cut down their bench, Jeff. It seems this line out here, Corey Millen line, seems to be out every second shift.
Well, they're the youngest guys. You think they'd have the most energy. And they are energized, without question, by that diminutive center, Corey Millen, who until tonight could not get on track on the scoreboard. Has played very well in the series nonetheless. Cirella sends it off the wall for Rice. To Millen with Amonte across the line. Millen blocked there by Lawler. Lawler and Millen along the far boards. Pivaka there to try to dig it free. Ends up on the near side. Rice bumps with Kristich. Iafrate sends Pivaka away. Bruce is on the wing. It was behind him. Bruce comes back for it, dumps it in. Back come the Rangers. They try to clear the zone. Kristich keeps it in. Gives to Pivaka, but he couldn't take it. A shot by Bruce, wide on the stick side. Rice tries to clear the zone. Lawler with a hard hit. Rangers Millen dumps as he's bumped by Lawler. The two at center ice. Kristich falls. This is Iafrate crossing the line. Iafrate trying to go around the defense. He's turned around by Hardy. The Caps are going to get a power play. Beaupre's out of the net. Rangers touch it. And a holding call as Hardy will now try to goad Kristich into a penalty to square things off. We'll return with a Capitals power play in just a moment.
This is a large package that I think offers tremendous savings to the
big box, but big savings. The way Super Deals work is we get manufacturers to package products in extra large sizes. The Super Deals, you buy big and you save big.
I think that's even better than half price.
It is. We're very proud of Super Deals. I think it's the most effective way of offering tremendous savings to the customer. I don't know of any other program that we've ever had that has offered such savings to the customer at one time.
Mark Hardy in the penalty box, off for a holding, and turning around, Al Iafrate.
Al Iafrate, first to speed up the middle from his defensive position. He knows it's late in the period. He's got to get something going for the Caps. He goes wide. He gets low when he goes wide. Hardy has to pull his shoulder, gives him a little tug, and the referee calls Mark Hardy for the holding penalty.
Now there's a young guy by the name of Cicerelli that would like to get the Capitals even here. He led the team. In fact, one of the NHL leaders in game-tying goals with 3 in regular season play. He's got a chance to do just that here in this third period.
Well, this is when he excels, and this is when the Capitals power play, they have to set up shop. They have to get one guy in front, get those deflections and rebounds in front of Richter.
Miller picks it up off the wall. Ridley sends it to the point to Johansson. Back to Ridley. Ridley moves in front, fires a shot. It's off the side of the net. Looking short side was Ridley, and he had it. Johansson gives to Ridley, to Miller. Hatcher on the left wing. Miller off behind the net for Ridley. To the point, Cicerelli's one-timer off a skate. Ellie Miller has it poked away by Leach. Rangers will try to clear. Sent back to Miller in the corner. Ridley over him. Here's Hatcher for Ridley. To Hatcher with a one-timer. Score! The Caps have tied it up! And Kelly Miller was dumped in front.
Miller still down a little bit, shaken up there in front. But Kevin Hatcher, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to set it up at the point. They had the umbrella formation set up. Mike Ridley, a nice soft pass to Hatcher so he can let it go hard. Dino Cicerelli in front might have deflected a piece off his stick and went past Richter, but a nice play. They set it up perfectly. The Rangers can't adjust to it, and that's a hard slap shot. Looks like Dino might have caught a piece of it, forcing the puck underneath of Mike Richter's glove. But Kevin Hatcher, a bomb from the point with a lot of traffic in front, gets by Richter to knot the score up at 4-4.
12:59, the time of that big goal for the Capitals. Here's another look at it. Hatcher looks like he's going to get credit for it officially, but if you look in front, I agree with you, Craig. It looks like Cicerelli may have redirected it.
Hunter across the line, gives it to Tippett. Tippett lets one go. Pad save the rebound, and Cicerelli couldn't find the handle. Down the right wing comes Gartner. In across the line, Gartner with King, backhands one. Wide and high of Beaupre. Tippett sends it ahead here for Hunter. Hunter with the puck, chased there by Nichols, gives to Tippett. Tippett to Cicerelli, winds up with a shot. And it's up, way up into the crowd. Hatcher officially credited with the goal. Ridley and Miller draw assist at 12:59. The power play marker has tied this one up at 4.
That was the game plan after game 4 when they had some success putting 3 past Richter. They found out that you've got to get some traffic in front of this guy. Richter's a stand-up goaltender. He can stop the puck when he can see it. When there's traffic in front, he goes into the umbrella and you can put it up high over top of him. That's exactly what Kevin Hatcher tried to do with Miller and Cicerelli in front of the goal.
There you see the Capitals with 42 shots on goal. We're tied 4-4. Again, a reminder, Game 6 of this series, Saturday night at the Capitol Center. Tickets are available, 432-0200, area code 202. And all fans, again, reminded to wear white Saturday night at the Cap Center. Hope to see you there. From the faceoff, Langway sends it into the Ranger zone. Pamanka. Rangers dump it back up. That's Monty. Down the wing, Millen couldn't get anywhere. Druce. Cross ice pass for Kristich. He fires a shot wide of Richter. Druce on the right wing. Looking in front for Kristich. It was behind him. Rice able to clear the zone, but it's Johansson. Almost losing it to Rice. Turns him around. A bit of a dive. And Schick's going to call a penalty. We'll step aside. We're tied at 4.
Nissan started a few years ago with cold-rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the Twin Turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, and it was called the best as well. Now come the 1991 Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. Nissan. We started out making cars. We ended up making history.
Well, the line of Corey Miller really swarming the Caps, really forcing the poke. And a normal hold-up on this play. That's what you do all night long. Calle Johansson, along with the rest of the forwards, holds up guys. But this time, Schick thinks he's really hooked him. Rice takes a dive. The Caps have to kill off this power play.
Here's a drive. It's off the goalpost. Nichols sends to the opposite wing. Turcotte dumping it behind the net. Hatcher works it ahead here for Kelly Miller. Miller down the right wing to center. Ridley's with him. Across the line. Miller taking his time. He's in the corner. A couple of the Rangers with him. Ridley there to help out. Ridley cuts in front. Ridley tries to put Richter down and the backhand to the far side. Leach carries to center. On the wing for Turcotte. Turcotte dumps behind the net. Hatcher stepped into there by Nichols. Caps have come away. Here's Miller. Tries to send it out. Hopping over the stick of Turcotte. Dump behind for Nichols. Nichols to Turcotte. To Patrick. His shot through traffic goes wide. Turcotte throws it ahead, but Ridley for the Capitals clears it the length of the ice and deep into the Ranger zone where Richter comes out to tee it up for defenseman Brian Leach. The clock ticking, 46 seconds left in the penalty, 4:42 in regulation time. Driven in by Brian Leach. Lawler works it off the wall. Gartner stops it. Gartner tied up by Lawler. They bump Amani. Turning away. Amani sends it in front. Lawler blocks that one. Amani again. Sends it to the point. Bowler gets it back from Amani. A shot blocked by Lawler, and he clears the neutral ice. 13 seconds left in the minor. Off the stick of Amani. Iafrate goes into the corner for. Iafrate around the net. Gets away from Gartner. Iafrate away from Amani with a lead pass for Tippett. 2 seconds left. Iafrate across the line. Tries to go through the defense. Leach stops him. And here's Amani down the right wing. But Iafrate back again. Strong shift. He heads to the bench. Caps of the Rangers change on the fly. Teams to full strength. Deep in the Capital zone. This is Berglund. Hit hard on the near side, but he does not get the worst of it there. The Ranger that went after him is on the ice. Deep in the Capital zone.
The referee also involved in the collision between Kosher and the Capital, and he's hurt. He got hit against the boards. There was a collision along the boards there with Joey Kosher really coming over and trying to hammer one of the Washington Capitals. Timmy Berglund, a hard hit with Jansen. That knocks down Schick. Then Kosher comes in, jumps over Hatcher, jumps over Schick's legs, gives Hatcher a push. Schick underneath all this. Kosher trying to get at Hatcher, trying to get him to take a penalty.
We'll step aside with 3:34 left to go in regulation time. We're not at full.
Guess what time it is? It's time for a McBonus, friends. And this bonus is good only at McDonald's.
Right now, your bonus is the one and only Big Mac for just 99 cents. Imagine 2 all-beef patties and special sauce, all for just 99 cents. But an offer this good won't last forever, so hurry to any McDonald's displaying this sign in its window for your 99-cent Big Mac McBonus.
Get your bonus during McBonus time. You're gonna love the change at McDonald's.
Some extra attention here for Rob Schick, who took a hard hit from Jansen. We've got 2 trainers out. One of them, Capitals head trainer Stan Wong. Bernie Nichols missed practice yesterday to see a foot specialist. Injured late in game 4, but you knew he wasn't going to miss tonight's 5th game.
Joe taking a look at Schick, the referee. He took a hard tumble into those boards. The big boy's banging along there, and he got the worst of that.
Now, in this case, there is a standby official. We're making an effort to find out exactly who that standby official would be tonight. But I think knowing Rob Schick is going to do his best to continue here with 3:34 left to go in regulation time. Now, I have seen in Stanley Cup playoff action where the referee has completed a period and then been replaced at the conclusion of the period. But Al Koken's standing by downstairs. Al?
Okay, Jeff, there definitely should be a backup official, but Rob Schick coming right in front of me. It seems to be okay right now, a little stiff with the hip. But I tell you, the condition of the ice has really deteriorated. It's almost impossible to make any kind of play. So it's really going to be interesting to see what kind of quality goal gets scored here. I think it's only going to be a scrambly goal, not a real bang-bang play. Amazing that Stephen Rice was able to score on a nice passing play with the conditions of the ice down here. Back upstairs.
Need we say that with 3:34 left in regulation, unlike regular season play, these 2 teams will head off for a 15-minute intermission. And then overtime. If we're headed to overtime, it would mean the first in this playoff series. Shaw sends it towards the net. Off a skate. Love to the corner. Jansen's for the Rangers. Hunter over him. Erickson tied up by Johansson. The 4 go to the boards, and play's been called. Kosher getting in there. He wants a piece of Dale Hunter. He's been kept away there.
Well, Kosher's going right after one of the top defensemen for the Capitals, Kevin Hatcher. He's trying to get him off the ice. Kosher's not going to play much down the stretch here. 3:17 left. He's not going to get much ice time in overtime, so he's trying to take off the Capitals' best defenseman in Kevin Hatcher.
3:17 left to go here in regulation time. Rangers led 1-0. Caps tied it up. Rangers took a 2-1 lead, and Caps, Kelly Miller tying it up early in the second period, and the Caps leading for the first time in the hockey game on the goal by Lawler. His first of the playoffs. And the Rangers tied it and the young rookie, Stephen Rice, gave New York a 4-3 lead, only to see the Capitals come back with a goal from their big defenseman, Kevin Hatcher, regular season scoring leader. He tied it on the power play. That's where we stand at 4.
In the crucial face-off situation, winding down this period, you're always going to see Terry Murray with 2 center icemen on the ice just in case they get thrown out. Dale Hunter and Mike Ridley out there for the Caps.
He's been called by the linesman Lazarovich. I'll do that one all over again. Langway steps up over the board. He's been instructed by the referee. Rod Stick will return. No lineup changes. And they'll do it all over again. Hatcher throws it off the boards. Ahead here for Ridley on the right wing. Backhands looking for Hunter. Turcotte is bumped by Hunter. Beaupre out of the net. Sends it ahead for Ridley. Gartner to Leach. Ridley breaking that one up. In across the line. Looks for Miller. Breaking in with Stephen Leach. And it's King sending Gartner away down the right wing. Gartner winds up with a shot. I'm afraid he got a piece of it. Beaupre there to make the save and hold on.
That was a tricky shot by Mike Gartner. He likes to hit rolling pucks. He scores a lot on those. He can really let her go when it's rolling. He's trying to get a knuckle or a pass on Beaupre. Beaupre outplaying his angle. With the ice so rough, you're not going to get the puck to lie down to really get a lot of lumber behind it. And I agree with Al. It's going to be one of those scrambles in front, a lot of traffic in front, and someone's going to get a goal by just whacking at the puck.
On our DC-20 scoreboard, the New Jersey Devils have regained the lead. They lead Pittsburgh now by a score of 3-2. The go-ahead goal by Fatisa, involved in a controversy for clipping Paul Coffey, who may be out for an extended period of time. 3-2, New Jersey in the third at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Backhanded by Iafrate. King sends it back in, high off the glass. This is Langway to Iafrate. On the left wing for Kelly Miller. With Leach and Ridley. The three of them cross the line. Ridley has it. Leach breaks for the net. Miller in the corner. Draped all over him is Mike Gartner. James Patrick is there. Ridley digs it free. Comes in front. Here's Ridley. Trying to get a shot away at Richter, who's out of the net. And Richter sprawling to make the save. Ridley almost in slow motion trying to draw the Ranger goaltender out of the net. He did, but he also drew him right to him.
Mike Ridley showing a lot of poise tonight after he got that first goal. He's really been controlling the puck well in front. And the Capitals, again, really forechecking the defenseman for the Rangers. Mike Ridley comes out with a loose puck. He knows he can't see much there. He gets Patrick to commit by sliding in front, and he continues walking. But Richter, with that lateral movement across the goal crease, he's on his belly, he's on his chest, he's reaching for it. He finally gets it on the far post and jumps on top of it.
Ridley already has a goal tonight, and oh, how close he came there. If he could have got a shot away. This line remains up front for Washington. Iafrate and Langway on the points. Janssens wins the draw. Kosar has it. Sends it up the wall. Langway skates off to the bench. That's almost caught there with a